Goodness gracious, great balls of fire!
Yeah! Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SlamTube with Richter Hammer. I'm your host, James Phoenix. And we're here tonight to talk about the just ended WWE Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view.
Wait, first of all, we need to introduce the hottest free agent in the history of wrestling podcasts, the Fallen Angel.
Boom!
He's there, he's just quiet due to background noise.
He is. So, for the record, I have not actually seen the pay-per-view because I had a lot of stuff going on tonight. I just got back from Connecticut today. I had to go to a retirement party, all kinds of crap. So I have not seen the pay-per-view. So, should I bother with the pre-show?
Neville retains his title. Moving on to the main roster.
Fair enough. First match, that works. First match of the night was Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins.
Yep. Which, this match wasn't terrible. It wasn't a bad match by any stretch of imagination. It was just the build-up that's made this match where you didn't care. However, Bray did win. And in the process, netted me some money.
That's a good thing.
Oh, I lost money on other matches.
Ah.
I think, because of the odds of Bray winning and how much I bet in total, I think I left just £2 short under.
Okay.
Not terrible, but
not bad at all.
But yeah, basically Bray won, which was cool. The matchup was a good pace and stuff, but like I said, the build up for this was so horrible that the match kind of suffered because they couldn't really tell much of a story, and the commentators were really inconsistent. Because there's a scene where Seth Rollins is beating the hell out of Bray Wyatt, and the commentator's like, Seth Rollins is back on form, ladies and gentlemen. He is completely 100% healed from his knee injury that's been plaguing him the last few months. Then when Bray hits him in the knee, ooh, that injured knee that's still injured from that injury months ago. You're like, what? No! He was just healed from it a second ago.
Oh, that WWE commentary.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to make out why he wasn't selling it. Oh, he's not going to sell his leg this match. He must be healed. When he sold it when Bray hit him, it's like, oh, it's still injured. But Bray did win. So
that is a good thing. Oh, I think we might have just lost Mole there. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and continue on. Kage, are you there?
I am.
What did you think of Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins?
It wasn't too bad. Definitely a lot of back and forth, really. I don't think they needed the match.
I see Bray Wyatt utilized a rake of the eyes behind the ref's back to claim victory.
Yeah, there was a lot of that tonight.
Fair enough.
People hugging the ref.
So the question that I have at hand is, does this mean that Bray Wyatt is a god?
Possibly.
Fair enough. I respect that. Okay.
Well, I think it just depends on who his next opponent's going to be.
True. We'll have to see. Let's see. Matt and Jeff did an interview talking about how they're going to beat Sheamus and Cesaro. Enzo came out and cut a promo in ring before his match tonight. Recalled his backstage attack, saying he's not going to let Cass stomp on his dreams. He's a star and he's going to spread his wings and fly. Cass might be tall, but he'll always be in Enzo's shadow because he's about to become larger than life. Enzo then does the soft line himself, apparently. And then Cass came out with new music, and Enzo fought Cass, which Cass won.
Which Cass destroyed him.
To the presumed surprise of no one.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a match. I think it lasted all of a couple of minutes.
Yeah, fair enough. I hope they keep that feud going, though. They were doing really good promos on each other.
Yeah, a lot of people are going on about freaking Cass needs work on his promos because Enzo is just that much better than him.
This is true. They are not wrong about that fact.
But then Enzo needs more work in ring.
Yeah.
Whereas Cass doesn't.
Yep. Also true.
And that's why they were perfect together.
They were. Oh well. Moving on, Sheamus and Cesaro faced the Hardy Boys in the tag team titles in a 30-minute Iron Man match.
So the first pin went to Sheamus and Cesaro within like 30 seconds or something.
Ooh.
The bell rang. Cesaro hit a close. Cesaro ducks a clothesline, and Sheamus follows up with a Roode kick for a pin on the mat.
Okay.
Because I think it went up. What are we at? I think it went to 2-0, then 2-1, then to 3-1.
And that's how Bray Wyatt won.
Yeah. Welcome back, Mo.
I'm kidding, but I know you're talking about the tag team Iron Man match.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was this the first ever tag team Iron Man match?
Yes.
Could
I
be.
couldn't tell if this was the first one or they haven't done one for a while.
Yeah, it's been a very long time if they have done one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So then it got to 3-2, 3-3, and then Sheamus and Cesaro ended up with the win 4-3.
Nice.
Yeah, after Jeff Hardy did a swanton bomb onto Sheamus, but it turns out he wasn't a legal man, so as Jeff Hardy hit it and lay on his back, Cesaro just ran in and quickly pinned him.
Ah.
Yeah. No, and then Cesaro jumps out of the ring and runs around. There's like 10 seconds left on the clock.
Ah.
Yeah, then Jeff Hardy hits Twist of Fate on like 2 seconds, so the ref goes 1, 2,
And then the
bell
goes off.
rings, which is really good.
Nice.
I will admit that's one of the cases I lost money on. I thought there's no way the Hardys would lose 3 pay-per-views on the run to these people. But that's probably because in my defense, I forgot it was an Iron Man match. So I thought, well, they're probably going to win by DQ or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I didn't think they'd win because it is an Iron Man match. They're just not that fit anymore.
Yeah, that's why I forgot it was an Iron Man match, and I thought maybe Cesaro and Sheamus would keep their title via DQ. But then when I saw it was an Iron Man match, when the second they announced an Iron Man match, I went, oh yeah, they're not winning.
Yeah. I'll have to go back and watch that match on the WWE Network. That sounds good.
For just $9.99.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. It was almost match of the night, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this one. I would probably list this one maybe as match of the night as well. It's hard because there is another one that you liked.
Right. Just to backtrack real quick, Mo, what did you think of the Enzo versus Cass match?
You had my opinion.
Fair enough.
I.e., I didn't say anything because that match was completely irrelevant.
Okay, then. I respect
I
that.
was like, that match was dull. I mean, I think Cass won.
Yes.
But the matchup wasn't that exciting.
No. But
like I argue. Do you remember when Shawn Michaels and Diesel broke up?
Yes. Well, I remember seeing video of it because I didn't see it back in the day.
Yeah, and they did like the multiple packages, like good friends, and another package, better enemies, and it was like a no DQ match before the Attitude Era, and they're like going through announce tables and stuff. It was fucking awesome. It was a great build up. This seems like they had the emotional thing there, got to the match, was like, oh yeah, that's right, on wrestling we're supposed to have a match, aren't we?
Yeah, and then it was great commentary from Cass on Raw Talk. He reckons he's going to be the next Universal Champion, beating Brock Lesnar.
Ah, nice.
Whoa, spoilers for later.
Ah.
I'm kidding, because everyone knew that was going to be the result.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, rolling on from the big tag team Iron Man match, Sasha Banks defeated the Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss via a countout.
Yep. Now, the thing with this matchup, quality-wise, the match was good. The ending, I understand why they did it. It's a heel tactic. It's fine. But Alexa's done that before too many times where she deliberately gets herself counted out as she smirks and then goes up the ramp.
Mm-hmm.
She also did the thing she did against Becky Lynch back in, I think it was December.
What's that?
She dislocated her arm, so it sort of hangs there, like double jointed. And so the ref runs over to her thinking she's broke her arm and holds the other one back. Then she just pops it in place and sucker punches the other one.
Ah.
And I'm not making that up. She did that for a second time. And
that's actually quite a good tactic.
Yeah, and the commentator. But the thing that's weird is that's the type of spot I feel you can only do once. And the commentator's acting so shocked, like it never happened before. I'm like, it happened in December.
But in all fairness, that happens with a lot of bits in WWE. I mean, it's like, oh, she's using the arm thing again. Yeah, but it's like, I mean, how many times did Cowboy Bob Orton hit people with a Cassidy been wearing for years?
Yeah, but that was different because that was like his weapon. That's like Triple H pulling out a sledgehammer. It's not like Triple H acting like he's broke his arm and suddenly healing himself. Where you're like, because if you're a ref and you see someone do that, you know they can do that. You should at least be suspicious at this point.
True.
It's like the Eddie Guerrero boot thing with Kurt Angle only happened once.
That's true.
However, like Kage said, it was a great moment though. It was still fun when they did it.
Yeah. Although they slam a weapon on the ground, throw it to your opponent, and pretend you got hit move happens all the goddamn time, and the referee still haven't picked up on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the little spot that they had after the match, freaking, that was just pointless.
Oh, where Sasha just beats it the fuck down.
Yeah, and then Michael Cole going absolutely nuts over it.
Yep. Oh my god, vintage new people.
Yeah.
So true.
I swear someone could debut on Raw and by the end of the match, Michael Cole would still have said vintage whoever the hell it was.
Probably.
Vintage Bobby Roode.
That one would make sense because he's at least an old timer.
Yeah.
Ish. But yeah,
I think see now that needs to be a T-shirt like the Usos, old timer ish.
Yeah. Well, like I said to you, the Usos T-shirt does make sense.
It does. It does. So next, Akira Tozawa was in the back and complained to Titus that he lost earlier in the night and said Titus better get him a rematch tomorrow night.
Yep.
And then the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, took on Dean Ambrose.
With the Miztourage, or what they're calling him.
Indeed, the Miztourage was at ringside.
And it's worth noting, Curtis Axel had totally stole David Utonga's look. While Bo Dallas looks like he basically stole Baron Corbin's outfit. So he was like borrowing Corbin.
His outfit was from the new Marine movie with Miz.
I know, but if you look, but if you look at how his outfit was with that, it looks just like how Baron Corbin dresses. He was Boeing Corbin. Get that trending. Hashtag Boeing Corbin.
Baron Corbin, I agree.
But this match wasn't as exciting as it could have been.
No.
It was still a good match, right?
They needed a longer match.
Yeah, they needed a longer match. We needed to see like the Miztourage interfere more. Dean Ambrose getting rid of him, maybe injecting a few from ringside. You know what I mean? Just the drama of having those people at ringside. But they basically condensed it all in to a really short package. So it wasn't a clusterfuck, but it just felt You know what I mean? Like, oh, that just happened.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And Maurice didn't do a thing.
She looked good.
Yeah, that'll do.
Maurice gets on the apron and distracts the ref.
Yeah, I was gonna say Maurice did something. She did one thing. I think one or maybe two things. I only remember her doing something, and then the commentators going on about, "Clever Maurice, you did good. You helped your man."
She put Miz's foot on the bottom rope during a pinfall.
That was the one where they went ape shit because she helped break up the fall. Because like, and the ref didn't see it. That's great tactics by Maurice.
Yep.
Pretty much.
But yeah, like, it's easy to forget what she did because the match was so tiny, and it's just like,
Yep.
Yeah.
We then had the Monster Among Men Braun Strowman against Roman Reigns in an ambulance match.
For what it was a decent match.
The match was decent.
They just beat the living shit out of each other.
Yeah, the match was decent, and they put on a pretty good match. And the ending where Reigns goes to spear him, he moves out the way, and Reigns just sort of spears himself through the ambulance open doors to lose, and then he just closes the doors. Was funny.
Yeah.
What happened after the match, however, just for James's benefit, Reigns then gets out, spears him from the inside the ambulance to the outside, basically, like spears the crap out of him, puts him into the ambulance, drives it away, looks into the mirror, sort of has a Twin Peaks moment where he's got like a psychotic look on his face, Dan. Reverses the truck backwards, smashing it up so it all crunches up at the back, and then leaves.
Into one of WWE's trailers.
Ooh.
Yeah. Then leaves as Kurt Angle's like, "What?" And everyone's like, open the door, like banging on the side door, and they're bringing out firemen to open it, never once thinking to drive forward.
Ha.
And just open up the crushed back.
And what's funny about this is midway through this whole segment, Jim, they randomly bring out Kurt Hawkins and Heath Slater to have a match just to keep the crowd happy while they're trying to sort out Braun Strowman. The ending of the match, we don't know how it ended, because when it was showing the ambulance, the bell goes off and they announce Heath Slater won off camera.
Ha.
Their match,
because when they actually came down to the ring, when they actually came down to the ring, they were like getting ready to wrestle. Like Slater's strapping his arms, and Hawkins is getting his uniform together.
Yep, their match was literally the wrestling equivalent of background noise. Thus, I made that joke earlier because, that match consisted for the sole purpose of being an excuse for them to talk about Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns more without cheapening the world title match that was to come. Then they finally open up the doors. Braun Strowman gets out, falls to the floor, gets himself back up while bleeding from his arm, and starts to just walk out the match. Starts to walk out while stumbling to sell the injury. Which, fun fact, that's not the first time, Jim, we saw blood tonight.
So I heard.
Yeah, Matt Hardy busted himself open. It was during the time when they did the double flip, because if you look at when they did the double flip, Matt then suddenly got up holding his head. And then he was bleeding afterwards, so I think he collided with one of them or awkwardly when he did the flip. And during the matchup of Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss bust open, I think it was her mouth. And there's like blood there. So yeah, we had 3 matches with blood.
Didn't I hear Dean Ambrose was bleeding in the Intercontinental title match too?
He might have been.
Because Jeff said that Dean Ambrose was bleeding too.
He might have been. But yeah, there was a lot of blood.
Fair enough. Interesting. Well, following Slater Hawkins off screen, we do go to our main event, which is the WWE Universal Championship match of Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe.
Yep, which
Sorry, let me say that right. Samoa Joe versus the Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, apparently Heyman called him the Samoan eating machine.
Ha!
Yep.
That's funny.
This match did what it needed to.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe didn't look weak, and Brock still got to retain his title. It was short, but it felt like a legitimate, more like a beat-down MMA style fight, more so than normal fights.
Mm.
Yeah, he put in so many coquina clutches, and then Lesnar put in so many suplexes.
Yep. And then at the end, he has him locked in it, and he sort of picks him up and reverses it into an F5.
Nice.
And gets the pinfall.
Cool.
But it looked like Samoa Joe could have won.
That's good. That's good.
He was like that close to winning, which means he doesn't leave looking weak.
Which is important.
Yeah, which is important. And I know a lot of people will think just because he lost, he jobbed or was buried, but he looked strong doing so. So
good. And that was Great Balls of Fire. Overall thoughts?
Yep. Way too much blood.
There was a lot of blood, from what it sounds like.
Now I'll admit
Not
the
enough
Braun
fire.
Strowman one on his arm was probably fake.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of them, too many things went wrong and made people bleed. Part of me worries that maybe WWE's not taking the, you know what I mean? Maybe too many. You know what I mean? When you get the pay-per-view, there's too many accidents.
Yeah.
Like, I always used to dread the Elimination Chamber matches being so close to WrestleMania because there would always be someone who was injured, and therefore WrestleMania match is now fucked up because they're wrestling injured.
Mm-hmm.
However, they didn't even take that many risks. Like, the Matt and Jeff Hardy match was less extreme than their normal matches.
Mm-hmm.
Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks wasn't extreme. Same thing with Dean Ambrose. There wasn't any weapons, and yet they're bleeding. Which means it was just bad luck, I think, where everything just went wrong. However, I still give it a thumbs up because there were still enjoyable moments at the pay-per-view.
Good. What do you think? What did you think, Kage? Fallen Angel, whoever you are.
Whichever name, it doesn't really matter.
Susan.
Overall, it was pretty good. Like, obviously, I think they could have cut a match somewhere that they just didn't need and extended some of the others.
Yep. Like, imagine if we didn't have 15-20 minutes of can we get Braun Strowman out of an ambulance and they extended Dean Ambrose's match.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like to have the tag match, the match of the night. That's just stupid.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Just hearing about that ambulance thing, I just in my head with that event going on, Roman does that with the ambulance. I feel like somewhere in a room, Hogan, Nash, and Hall are watching, going, "No, you're supposed to hit the ambulance with the 18-wheeler, not the other way around, you idiot."
See, what I was hoping is, as Braun Strowman was stumbling away, weak, I hoped they'd just play the sad, Incredible Hulk walking away music, but they didn't.
That would have been amazing.
But Braun Strowman's like, "Leave me alone," as he starts to just walk off like. You need to be you need to watch that at some point.
I do.
And it'll be even funnier when you see the Heath Slater Kurt Hawkins match, because that match served no fucking purpose other than an excuse to keep talking about this ambulance.
Yeah.
To the point, the finish is an afterthought.
Yeah.
That was so fucking terrible.
Fair enough. Well, thank you two for joining me.
A pleasure.
This has been Great Balls of Fire. And we will see you in a couple
time for Battleground.
Correct. I didn't know if it was 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I was going to ask. Okay.
Yeah, they kept saying it during the pay-per-view. 2 weeks till Battleground.
Fair enough. Then we will see you all at Battleground.